mynews.studio.
Under the midnight lights in Geneva, the world's two largest economies just hit pause. Will 90 days change everything?
Today is June 11th, 2025. The US and China have agreed to a 90-day truce on tariffs after long negotiations in Geneva. Let's break this down. What's actually in the deal?
The framework agreement pauses most tariffs for 90 days. There's also a provision that makes it easier for China to export rare earth minerals. And the US reversed its recent threats to pull visas from Chinese students.
That's a big shift. Why are rare earth minerals included? Is it just about smartphones and batteries, or is there more to it?
Rare earths are critical for many industries: electronics, electric vehicles, even defense. China dominates this supply. If exports get blocked, it affects global production, not just US companies.
So if this pause holds, supply chains get a breather. But let's ask, what happens if 90 days go by and there's no permanent deal?
Tariffs would likely come back, maybe even stronger. That could trigger market volatility again. Companies with global supply chains, tech, automotive, manufacturing, could see disruptions. It's not just Wall Street or Beijing. This affects jobs, prices, and investment worldwide.
The ripple effect is real. Which countries stand to benefit most from this truce? And who might lose out?
Countries like South Korea, Japan, Germany, Mexico, they have industries hit by US-China tariffs. If trade stabilizes, their exports and factories can run more smoothly. On the flip side, countries like Vietnam or Malaysia, which gained from the trade war by supplying goods to the US, might lose some ground if China and the US trade more directly again.
Interesting. There's also the reversal on US restrictions for technology sales and Chinese student visas. What's the significance there?
It could restart stalled tech partnerships between US and Chinese firms. Joint research, innovation, even academic partnerships. These could all accelerate. Student visas are about more than tuition money. They're about the flow of talent and ideas.
So does this truce mean global markets can relax, or is it just a temporary calm?
It's a pause, not a peace. Markets tend to respond positively to any sign of stability, but if negotiations fail, uncertainty comes back. The story here isn't just about tariffs. It's about whether the world's two largest economies can find a way to compete and cooperate without constant conflict.
And it's not just economics. Stable US-China relations impact jobs, prices, research, and even geopolitical stability everywhere. This isn't just a headline for trade watchers, is it?
No, it's broader. Every consumer, every business, every country is touched by how these two giants interact.
We've covered the main points: a 90-day tariff pause, rare earth minerals, reversed student visa bans, and potential global impacts. The big question: will this truce lead to lasting cooperation, or is it just a temporary fix?
Thanks for joining us as we unpacked the US-China trade truce, 90 days that could set the tone for the world economy.
Thank you for listening. This episode was powered by My News Studio. Try now for free.